The History of United States, Part 2. It was the voyages and expeditions of Christopher Columbus that were a significant factor in the evolution of American history. Guided by the maps of Toscanelli, Columbus reached the Bahamas in 1492. He would undertake 3 more voyages, and as a reward for his success, he was appointed governor of Hispaniola. However, even for this time in history, Columbus committed multiple cruel and vile acts upon the natives, killing the thousands to the point where he was later brought back to Europe and imprisoned. The most significant factor in the demise of the natives at the time, however, was disease. The natives had no immunity to the foreign diseases, and it is estimated that 90% of the population were wiped out over the following centuries. Numerous European powers embarked on colonization efforts where they sought to exploit both the land, resources, and opportunities the continent offered. The Spanish focused their efforts at colonizing the Caribbean, Florida, and its conquest of the Aztec and Inca empires of South America. As news of this newfound continent reached Europe during the early 17th century, French immigrants were attracted to the fur trade and the wealth it could bring. They also had a desire to convert the natives to Catholicism and traveled further down the St. Lawrence River, laying the foundations for New France. The Dutch followed suit, establishing several forts, towns, and trading posts along the Hudson River, which provided a network of trade. New Durand, which the colony was known by, produced immense wealth for the Dutch. Other foreign nations began to envy the riches flowing out the Hudson River Valley. The English settlers' colony in Jamestown, Virginia, in 1607, which became a key exporter of tobacco. With tobacco plantations and colonies expanding, the need for labor became urgent. Indentured servants received paid passage to the Americas along with food, clothing, and accommodation. Their contract was to work on plantations until their completion of service. With the European arrival, the Iroquois Confederation became increasingly involved in the fur trade. Dutch colonists and later English craved the lucrative beaver furs, and Iroquois in exchange for firearms. The Iroquois Confederation depleted beaver populations in their homeland and mobilized against other tribes in the Great Lakes region who were allied with the French. All this to gain access to new hunting and trapping grounds. The competitive nature of the fur trade led to decades of hostility and bloodshed between Native American tribes and their struggle to maintain and compete for relations with the colonies. In retaliation,